let's face it, 2023 was a video desert. There were a couple of things that sort of lent itself to that. The very first one was I created a video series that was very much something I was interested in, but the YouTube algorithm, not so much. It wasn't quite sure where to place it, and most of my content is niche anyway. And that resulted in about 3 videos not getting a whole lot of views. That's okay. I don't mind that. But then I had some health problems in January last year that caused me to sort of take a step back and rethink how I wanted to approach content creation. One of the ways that I wanted to approach content creation, I've been wanting to do it for a long time, was to create these small guides. And I wrote 2 of them last year and created a new business called Gigabooks Press. And you can find that at gigabookspress.com. I sell these small little guides. A few of them aren't published anywhere else, but the 2 guides that I wrote are published on Amazon, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. Then I took on the task of writing a novel. More on that a little later. I have about 12 more video ideas that need to be shot and edited and things of that nature. But I'm sort of done providing content that requires time, trouble, effort, money for basically no reward at all, apart from I enjoy doing it. And I'm glad that people find the content entertaining or useful. I'm very happy about that. Because my content is so niche, I haven't quite met the requirements for YouTube monetization. I'm not really big enough for any kind of sponsorship, and it's not really what this channel is about anyway. The other issue is that even if we were to become monetized, YouTube really isn't paying the creators what it used to for content due to a larger creator base and a shrinking ad revenue stream. This is an issue industry-wide. It's not just a unique YouTube thing. We're just not watching like we used to. I don't just want to give up making videos, though. So with all of this in mind, I've spent the last year kind of running this over in my mind and trying to figure out, well, how can I create my own value to these videos? Going forward, we're going to go from a sort of a seasonal weekly publishing schedule like we have been to releasing a video once a month. And over the next month, I'm going to shoot the next year's worth of video. There may be a couple of extra bonus videos in it for you. It just depends on what we get and what shows up and that type of thing. There are a couple of projects that are still I'm still have yet to receive that are retro computer related. The Astro Slide phone that I was hoping would have been out there already. I was really excited for that phone. Well, that company's sort of not gone belly up per se, but has run into some major issues with their supplier that manufactures the phones. So I'm not hopeful for that phone to come out anyway. Not only that, it's not going to be useful for anybody to review that phone at this point because it's going to be an old phone. So I've got about 4 channels that I've been maintaining, not very well. So I'm going to consolidate some of the other content here on this main channel so that there will be a single home for all of the content. So you're not going to have to subscribe to a bunch of different channels. Now, that's against the advice of every single YouTuber out there, but quite frankly, I don't care. I don't, you know, if I'm going to build an audience, it's because you guys like the content, not because some algorithm is telling me, well, this content doesn't quite fit with what you're doing, or it's a little bit different than what you usually put on your channel, ad, whatever. I don't care about that anymore. I'm going to create the content. I'm going to put it on this channel, and that's the end of it. I'll create separate playlists for content that's kind of goes together, like I have been. I've got playlists for Vice. I've got playlists for a couple other things. And so all of the content that I create is going to be right here. I want to create a weekly podcast. Now, podcasting is a lot easier than creating videos, creating good video content, but there may be some video elements to it. And I'd like to have guests, and I am looking for a co-host for this podcast. So if you're interested, let me know, and we can talk. The podcast will not, it might very gently brush the fringes of politics, maybe a little bit of religion, but we're not going to get into the weeds. There are other podcasts out there that get into politics and religion and all that good stuff that are going to be way better, that do a way better job already than what I could do. So we're going to basically stay out of anything that's, very polarizing, let's say. I don't know when that weekly podcast is going to happen. It just kind of depends on when all the pieces fall into place. It'll just start appearing on this channel. So I'm hoping to get going on it pretty soon, within the next couple of weeks. So just stay tuned and we'll let you know. So as I mentioned before, to create the value that I'm looking for, the content will be sponsored by my other properties, my, Gigabytes Technology, by Gigabooks Press in particular. We're going to create and write ads for all of that. Still are an Amazon affiliate. We still have a Patreon if you're looking for that type of thing. And like I said, I'm hoping to create sort of ads that don't really feel like ads. They feel more like kind of a entertaining break in the content. Let's put it that way. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be prioritizing my websites over YouTube and other outlets. So my website is going to be the center of attention for this channel, for all of the content. The Gigabytes Technology website, the Gigabooks Press website, all of that is going to be central to all of the content that I create. Videos and all of the content will still be available on YouTube, but you might be able to go over to Gigabytes Technology and have a link to click on to view it even sooner. And of course, if once we start getting a few patrons, we'll release it on Patreon even sooner than that. So I have kind of a roadmap. It's going to take some time to implement, and I'm going to work on it over the next month. But those are the kind of changes that you're going to see right here on this channel. I'm going to try and do some really interesting things that I don't think anybody else is doing. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos throughout 2024.